What's going on, YouTubers, gamers and fellow hobbyists out there? Welcome to this video response. It's a response to VonKetteringham, who posed a rather interesting question on one of his updates fairly recently. He posed a question of, how did you tell your wife or your other half you were into the hobby? And how did she or he, react? Well, for my part, she kind of knew, because we were already together before I got into the hobby. Now, I was into writing. I was writing a book. This is how it happened. I was writing a book, and I decided for a particular scene, a fight scene in a forest, I wanted to build a little diorama so I could visualize it, because I was having trouble trying to see what it was. I did end up building a diorama of it in the end, but it's like the worst diorama. It was like, worse than Blue Peter stuff, from the old days, if you remember that. I said, I'm going to go and get some materials to build this diorama model, because I didn't know anything about it, And we were in our city centre one day. I think my wife had gone in for an eye test or something like that. She said, I'm going to be tied up for like a couple of hours because I'm going to do this, that and the other. If whatever, you go off and do whatever you want to do, and we'll meet up later for a coffee or whatever. Can't remember, it was a long time ago now. Many years ago. And so I did. I went into Games Workshop as it happened. I was looking for trees, model trees, glue, and all that kind of stuff, some paint to paint it with. Of course, I'm not going to go into that story. You guys that know me know the story. Suffice to say, I got talking to the guy. I ended up playing a game of Warhammer 40k whilst I was there. And I came out of the store with the bits I wanted: model trees, glue, paint, brushes, other models, books, you name it. I had like an armful, like this. Came out, I met up with my wife, and she just took one look at it and was like, oh, well, I can see what you've been doing. And it was never really discussed at that, from that point on. It's just assumed that's what I was going to be doing, building and painting models, and that's how it evolved. And then, of course, I discovered YouTube and all you wonderful people out there, and I thought, I want a bit of that, so that's what I did. So, yeah, my wife already knew, kind of, just by looking at all the stuff I had. She fully supports it. She loves that I do it. She loves that I've got this hobby. It helps me, especially with my condition. And she's a firm believer, as I am, that you need to have a hobby in life. Otherwise you'll go crazy. You'll just go mental if you're not already. You've got to have an outlet, and this hobby is my outlet. And yeah, that's my kind of story. But that's my video response to VonKetteringham. I see a couple of other people are kind of responding to it, and let's try and get some traction on this, shall we? And I put it out there to all you guys. How did you tell your other halves that you're into the hobby, and how did they react? So there you go. Thanks ever so much for watching, guys. Give it a thumbs up, hey, if you can, please. Just a click down there, just like a thumbs up. That'd be awesome. Thank you. Feels so good to be alive, doesn't it? I'll see you on another video, because all brushes lead to war. Bye for now. Bye bye.